Earlier in the year, Wadjet Eye Games brought its critically acclaimed sci-fi adventure Gemini Rue to the App Store. Before Gemini Rue, Dave Gilbert created The Shivah, a game which won him an adventure game competition and led to the formation of his company. Now, all these years later, he's decided to upgrade the visuals to create the Kosher Edition. Of course, the question is whether the game holds up after all these years, and if it's made the transition to iOS unscathed. Rabbi Stone is in charge of a synagogue that's fallen on hard times. The years of dwindling attendance has made him more cynical and bitter than a rabbi probably should be, and he's just about ready to give up when a detective knocks at his door. It turns out that an old attendee, Jack Lauder, has died and bequeathed the rabbi $10,000. Given that the two had a falling out 8 years prior, and Jack died by unnatural causes, Rabbi Stone senses something is amiss and decides to investigate. Like the early Blackwell titles from Wadjet Eye, a lot of the puzzles in the Shivah revolve around dialogue, backtracking, and combining clues in your inventory. This is par for the course for point-and-click adventures, but if you miss a key piece of dialogue from a discussion or fail to examine an object, you will find yourself at a dead end. This is a shame, as the tale itself is very unique. The characters are entertaining and unusual, and the superb voice acting really brings them all to life. The upgraded visuals certainly help too, but it's the writing and the performances that sell the Shivah as a worthwhile experience. Casting a rabbi as the game's main character also gives it a unique flavor, and Stone's habit of answering all questions with another question raises more than a few smiles. However, despite the varied dialogue options and multiple endings, the experience is somewhat marred by the antiquated gameplay. Even as adventure game fans, we found a lot of the procedure a little tedious. Unless you become really invested in the story, which we admit isn't that difficult, you may not see this one through to the end. This has been James with AppSpy.com. We review, you decide.